Graduands, guests, and colleagues, my name is Sharon Oakley from York Alumni Association, and I'm delighted to welcome you to graduation. I have a few announcements to make before we begin so that you can relax and enjoy the ceremony. Graduands, an easy job to start with. Please check that your seat number matches the number on your ticket, because you will be called to the stage in this order. If you discover that these do not match, our team of stewards can help you locate the correct seat. At the appropriate time, you will be invited by the stewards to stand and make your way to the foot of the stairs, ready to head up the stairs and across the stage. All very straightforward. There are two key things which make for a seamless ceremony. Firstly, as soon as a person ahead of you begins to cross the stage, please make sure that you make your way up the stairs. Please don't wait until they have passed across the stage before you reach the top of the stairs. Secondly, don't let the excitement and pride overwhelm you so much that you forget to pick up your parchment after you have crossed the stage. If you do, don't worry, you will still have graduated. But please don't try to go back, because you will collide with someone coming the other way. Instead, please visit the graduation information desk in the exhibition center 30 minutes after your ceremony to collect your parchment. Graduands, you are asked to raise or doff your cap rather than shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor when you are called on stage. And if you are wearing a face covering, please feel free to temporarily remove it whilst on stage. And all of you, please do pause for a moment at the spot marked X in the center of the stage for that all-important photo opportunity. At the end of the ceremony, graduates are asked to process out of the hall, directed by the stewards. Family and friends, the stewards will show you to the exits once the graduates have left the hall. If the fire alarm should sound at any point, please remain in your seats. Instructions will be given, and we will escort you to the nearest exit. Today, our graduating students become alumni of the University of York, and you will join an international community of over 140 York alumni in 180 countries. Your Alumni Association is a vibrant and active global network offering events, services, and opportunities designed to help you make connections with other alumni around the world and to support your career development. We will be there for you every step of the way as you embark on this next chapter, and you will shortly receive an email giving further details of the ways in which you can remain connected and involved. Do please follow our alumni social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out the Alumni Association website so you can keep in touch and learn more about your life as a York graduate. As you get your first job or take up further study or training, please remember to keep us in touch with what you are doing. Understanding the career paths that you will take help us to provide the right support for current students, and also make sure that we continue to offer you, our graduates, relevant information and opportunities. And please remember to join us for your celebratory reception following the ceremony in the Exhibition Center, where you will be able to celebrate your achievements with a complimentary glass of fizz and a selection of refreshments. Finally, can I ask that you all now please mute your mobile phones? And if you are comfortably able, would you now please stand?
Please be seated. And a very, very warm welcome to you all. Welcome to the University of York. My name's Charlie Jeffrey. I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the University. And graduation ceremonies are always extraordinary occasions. I think they're about the best part of my job. They mark the creativity, the energy and the passion and the sheer hard work that you, our graduands, have put into your studies. So they're a celebration of all of your achievements. But they're also a moment of transition with all the anticipation that comes with that move into the next phase of your lives. I'm about to have the privilege of presiding over that transition. You're going to come up those steps as a graduand, and you'll go down those as a graduate. And I can only say how proud we all are at the university as you go through that transition of your achievements here. And we're really, really pleased that so many family, friends and supporters can be with us in the hall today to witness this ceremony and to join in the celebration. Some of you are local to York and around. Others have come from across the UK, and others still have travelled to us from many different parts of the world. You're all really, really welcome. And we know that there will be some who are special to our graduands who can't be with us today. We hope that they can follow this either live on the webcast of the ceremony or on YouTube afterwards and join in that way. And wherever your family, friends and supporters are, and however they are watching us today, don't hold back. This is a celebration that requires a lot of noise. Yeah? I want to hear applause, of course, but I want to hear cheers. Hoops and hollers are also extremely welcome, so really go for it. I have to say, this is the 9th, our last ceremony in this session. The 8th ceremony, the last one before lunch, was the loudest we've had so far. I hope you take that as a challenge. And with that advice, I now declare this congregation open for the conferment of awards upon all graduands.
Professor Bob Doherty will now present graduands for the School for Business and Society.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just actually wanted to say, before we start, a happy Lunar New Year to everybody. It's a special day, so enjoy your evening and afternoon. Thank you. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management. For research in financial inclusion and structuration theory, Abdul Majid El-Shmari. For research in post-fascist styles of organisation, Benjamin Richards. For the degree of Master of Arts in Railway Studies, Timothy Richard Barham. John Beach. Andrew Hamilton. Emily Pownell. William Ramsden. Simon Sarderson Co. Paul Stone. Sorry. Okay, yeah. For the degree of Master of Science in Finance, Leadership and Management, Gregory Davis. Sorry, no, this is... okay, yeah, sorry. For the degree of Master of Arts in Railway Studies, John Wilmore. Yeah. For the degree of Master of Science in Finance, Leadership and Management, Gregory Davis. Stephanie Catter. James Whelan. For the degree of Master of Science in Innovation, Leadership and Management, Lewis Appleton. Oriana Batici. Rochelle Blake. Ellen Calder. Yemi Bajobi. Sarah Gibson. Sue Howe. Dean Payne. Rodrigo Picas. Jason Rajasagaran. Callum Richardson Jones. For the degree of Master of Science in International Business, Leadership and Management, Emily Bowden. Catherine Hayes. Callum Hutton. David Reed. Abigail Swan. For the degree of Master of Science in Accounting and Financial Management, Ikian Da. Zhao Jianding. Mohamed Gando. Xinyu Huang. Long Ling. Shenlang Liu. Roshan Ma. Thet U. Hao Ming Tong. Xu Lu Yu. Oh, they're here. Yeah, okay. Shouting Yang. Mong Yao Yi. Shu Lu Yu. Ninxi Zhang. Shi Yu Zhao. Xu Wei Zhu. For the degree of Master of Science in Global Marketing, Aditola Ajulo. Ferris Mohamed S. Haluwarini. Louis Allen. Merrill Askew. Aidan Aidin. Ajinkya Bagadi. Nikunj Bhardwaj. Akhilesh Suresh Boha. Donying Bien. Emily Burnett. Nicholas Chen. Che Hong Chong. Natalie Clarkson. Finn Collins. Anusha Prashant Deshmukh. Lin Lin Duan. Jin Jae Fang. Ruiying Fang. Yasmin Field. Hannah Groomberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, student vocal ensemble E Anonymy will now perform Don't Stop Me Now, arrangement by Rosanna Schmidt.
Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world is turning inside out. Yeah, I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I I'm having a good time, having a good time.
I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go.
There's no stopping me. Burning up through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic.
Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now, I'm gonna have a good time.
Just give me a call. Don't stop. Yes, I'm having a good time. No, don't stop. Yes, I'm having a good time. No, don't want to stop at all.
I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars, on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb, about to whoa, 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 explode.
I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm jumping at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me.
Hey, hey, hey!
Don't stop me, don't stop me.
I like
Don't stop
it.
me, don't stop me.
Have a good time, good
Don't
time.
stop me, don't stop me. Whoa, da 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 da. Whoa, burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm driving at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man of you.
Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now, I'm gonna have a good time.
Just give me a call. Don't stop. Yes, I'm. No, don't stop. Yes, I'm. No, don't want to stop at all.
Don't stop me. Don't stop me now.
Now, normally, Honorary rush off at this point, and we've all had a fantastic few minutes listening to it. But I just wanted to say a little bit more, because this is the 9th time you've done that, and it's been done brilliantly 9 times. I think the professionalism that you bring to these performances is absolutely outstanding. So I just wanted to take a moment to offer not just a thanks for this ceremony, but for thanks for all that you've done across this whole graduation season. So thank you so much.
Professor Bob Doherty will continue to present graduates for the School for Business and Society.
For the degree of Master of Science in Global Marketing, Chunchiogu. Alice Haynes. Sipichaya Ensangonsa. Ching Hui. Mia Ives. Harsh Jain. Keniel Kalerikal. Shang Lei Kong. Alicia Leach. Mingyi Li. Mingyung Li. Nan Li. Werner Liao. Shenting Liu. Hao Liu. He Lu. Ze Hua Lu. Je Chuan Lu. Adoniel Martinez Gonzalez. Alina Macron. Sean McHugh. Xiao Mong Ning. Mukesh Patil. Megan Rowe. Vaishnavi Shivram. Cassie Stringer. Xie Ying Soon. Hao Yao Wang. Yu Hao Wang. Annie Wells. Yi Wu. Kwe Hee Yang. Mao Tan Ye. Xiao Ting Yuan. Dan Yun. Wen Shu Zhang. Zhe Wei Zhen. Zhe Hao Shen. Yeah, for the degree of Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Jin Ying Xu. Min Yang Dun. Yuning Fang. Yang Hui Kwang. GT Lee. Manjen Liu. Lu Jiangmei. Mia Povo. Sebastian Scarborough. Sona Sharifova. Jingyi Tang. Linting Tang. Angelina Tang. Sarah Terry. Pan Pan Zheng. For the degree of Master of Science in International Business, Yan Chun. Samuel Douglas. Francesca Gray. Ollie Jackson. Rushabh Jain. Zhu R. Zhang. Che Yuan Ma. Ronish Shah. For the degree of Master of Science in International Business and Strategic Management, Redya Ali Bazani. Jim Aluli. Daniel Asher. Kirsten Beverly. Zhao Wei Bian. Kay Cossons. Jingting Chui. Minghang Li. Julian Lombard. Sorry. Segar Rajesh Kumar Patel.
Professor Kieran Trahan, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Partnerships and Engagement, will now present our honorary graduate, Julian Richer.
Vice-Chancellor, President, it is both a privilege, a pleasure and an honour to present to you our honorary graduate, Mr. Julian Richer. Julian is a retail entrepreneur, a philanthropist, author and self-styled ethical capitalist. Throughout his long and successful business career, he's campaigned for the needs for a new sense of moral purpose in business and how to make business work better for society. And never has that been more important than now. His natural flair for business and an enterprising spirit started you'll not be surprised, at a very young age. At the age of 14, Julian discovered a market amongst his fellow school pupils. He recycled hi-fi separates. He'd picked up a second-hand Bang & Olufsen turntable for £10, refurbished it, made it look nice, and sold it for £22. By the time he was 17, his study was full of stock, and he had 3 other lads working with him on commission. That's an enterprising and entrepreneurial mindset and a young man that was going to make a measurable difference. Within 2 years, he had opened the very first branch of Richer Sounds, who I know many of you will have seen across our high streets. In tiny premises next to London Bridge, and over the next 40 years, the business has grown into a high street store with annual revenues of 2 million, and well known above all else for his passion and expertise in hi-fi, home cinema and TV equipment. But what's the key to this success? For Julian, it's all about the people and a belief that if you treat people right, they're going to be happier, give better service, and stay with you. To this end, the company owns a dozen holiday homes across Europe, which staff can use for free holidays, and many of them do. An open dialogue and regular communication with his staff are other key features of Julian's incredible and innovative management approach. Whilst building the business, Julian has always maintained that dialogue with all of his colleagues, often making calls to his employees to share in their personal highs and to offer personal support at times when it's most needed. In May 2019, and driven by his values around responsible business, Julian took his employee-centred approach to a new level by selling 60% of his shares in Richer Sounds to an employee ownership trust. This gave all Richer Sound employees a real say in the decision-making and the future of the business. And at the same time, he gave them £1,000 for each year of service, costing him a tad under 4 million. That's what makes Julian special. So for Julian, business can be successful and benefit society. In his book, which I have read, The Ethical Capitalist, he explains what this means. I mean treating staff, customers and suppliers honestly and openly and respectfully. I mean doing business in what we say we will do. I mean taking responsibility for our actions, owning up when things go wrong and setting out a plan to put them right. By following this approach, Julian believes we create an incredible circle for ourselves. Not only is it the right thing to do, we sleep better at night. And I believe a fair and honest approach to customers and staff. That's what leads to huge competitive advantage. Another key characteristic that I've come to notice in Julian, as I've got to know him over the past few years since I joined the University of York, is that if he believes in something needs doing, he will just get on and do it. Why is that important, particularly in this current context? Most recently, his desire to drive change was in 2020, when, with the support from the CBI and the TUC, Julian launched the Good Business Charter. This is the UK's first accredited scheme that enables businesses to make a pledge to 10 specific commitments. Those paying real attention to living wage, offering fairer hour contracts, implementing employee wellbeing initiatives, valuing employee representation and diversity and inclusion. And let's not forget being environmentally responsible. Paying a fair tax, a commitment to customers and to ethical sourcing and to prompt payments. All these things that will allow accredited business to be recognised for their responsible business practice and to signpost customers who care about these values and within the context of these organisations. And I know every graduate in this room talks to about ethical business, responsible business, wanting to work in places that have meaning and sustainability for them. That's what Julian does through his business and through the Good Business Charter. In the 2 years since it was founded, and despite the launch happening during the global pandemic, the Good Business Charter has acquired over 1,200 members, with 66 members in the City of York alone. In June 2021, and with the support of the University of York, York City Council, Aviva and the Joseph Rowntree Foundation, all key institutions in the city, York became the first Good Business City, and the University of York was the first Good Business University. I'm in no doubt that the Good Business Charter will make a measurable difference through the growth of responsible business and business behaviour, ultimately reducing in-work poverty and reinforcing Julian's own personal values through promoting equality, diversity, health and well-being for all employees. Julian's latest venture, and you might ask yourself, where does he get the time to do all of this, is the Fairness Foundation, a registered charity with a vision for a fairer society in which everyone has the same chance to live their best and fullest life. The foundation aims to change the public debate about fairness and to inspire citizens, the media and decision makers to create a fairer society for the benefit of all. Julian believes that a fairer society is a more prosperous society, and if we can reduce inequality and ensure that future growth benefits everyone, not just the already wealthy, then we can improve the living standards for everyone, all whilst reducing our carbon footprint. That's levelling up in action. This approach very much mirrors the University of York's commitment to public good and our commitment to ensuring that everyone, no matter what their background or where they are from, will have the equality of opportunity. Julian's had an extensive career that's combined an entrepreneurial approach with social responsibility. Through his business career and charitable work and musical talent, and not many of you know, he's an extremely brilliant drummer. I've watched the videos on YouTube. I'd encourage you to do the same. He was in a band, the 10 Millennium. These are all examples of how Julian has sought to innovate, create communities of shared purpose around fairness and equality of opportunity. This is so timely, so right for here and now. He really truly reflects the values and the ethos of this university, our university. And it is my great pleasure to present to you, Vice-Chancellor, Mr. Julian Richer, for the degree of Doctor of the University, Honoris Causa.
Julian, through the power vested in me by the University of York, I have the greatest pleasure in conferring upon you the award of Doctor of the University, Honoris Causa. Fantastic. There we go.
think that was the longest and kindest introduction I've had. I can only surely disappoint you now. But first of all, huge thanks to the university's decision and Professor and Vice-Chancellor and President to give me this wonderful honour. So a real pleasure to be here today, and thank you very much for that. So I wanted to speak for 3 hours today. You'll be very relieved to hear they whittled me down to 3 minutes, and I'm supposed to be the negotiator, right? Anyway, Kieran said, ignore that. Within an hour or two, you're okay. So we'll try and keep to 3 minutes. So indeed, I did start my business when I was 14 at school, because my parents were struggling to send me to a private school, and they thought it was about time I earned my keep. I did start off with £10, that's true. And at the ripe old age of 19, I did open my first shop. I remember the first day thinking, why hadn't I done this earlier? Why had I waited so long? But anyway, I built it into a chain of stores, and which I'm proud of, selling electronics around the country. Hopefully we've got some happy customers here today. I won't tempt fate by asking you. But we have a few modest claims to fame. We're in the Guinness Book of Records for the highest sales per square foot of any retail in the world. We have a royal warrant. We have a gender pay gap in favour of women, which is very unusual in our male-dominated sector. Quite. Throw me there. We've been the Which Consumers Association members have voted us the best retailer of any kind for, I think, 6 or 7 of the last 10 years. But the one that pleased me most is that we have given, for many years, 15% of our profits to charity, and The Guardian thought that was the highest of any company in the country. And we've gone on to found 7 national charities, which we're really proud of and do great work, and I still oversee. We've got teams of great people out there, and that really does make me very proud. I have written a couple of books, that's true. I never like the title, The Ethical Capitalist, because people think I'm saying I'm perfect, which of course I'm not. And it was Penguin's idea to do that. But it's an important book, I felt, talking about responsible capitalism. Capitalism has been responsible for such ghastliness through history, right up to the present day, when people were dying in the sweatshops of the Midlands through overcrowding, and they weren't even being paid the minimum wage. But capitalism can also be a force of good. It provides the things we enjoy and love, and it can provide good jobs. And whoops, this is collapsing. And throw me. And raises taxes that, of course, we need to pay for the hospitals we use. So I think it's society's challenge is to differentiate between good and bad capitalism. And I'd like government to do more, but that's another conversation. I've only got 3 minutes, right? But I wrote the book about that. That's what the book was about. And I set up the Good Business Charter to do exactly that, to be a signpost for consumers. The TSB said 93% of the public, no, 97% of the public wants a shop with responsible businesses, but you don't know who they are, because the bad ones don't say, we're bad, don't shop with us. So I felt we need an accreditation scheme that consumers could trust, and I'm delighted we have had the support of the CBI and the TUC. So that's one of the 7 things we've done, and the book speaks about that. I also wrote a book about getting the best out of people, something really important to me. I'm going to come on to that in just a moment. 3 books available. If anyone's interested, let Kira know. She's my new PR director, by the way. And so just let her know, and I'll get some over to her. That's a part-time job. No, she was terrific, very kind of what she said. So I'll just finish off with some tips, I guess. I was asked to be aspirational and inspirational. I can only do my best. But my tips will be, the first one, I guess, is humility. When you've been so blessed coming here, you've also worked hard. And when you go into your first job, don't expect the seas to part and people to grovel at your greatness. Always best to impress your new boss with your commitment and contribution, I would advise. But that's up to you. You'll seem a lovely bunch, I'm sure I don't need to tell you that. That's number 1. Number 2 would be determination. You will observe that I'm a little chap. I was rubbish at school at sport, average looking at best, and my parents weren't wealthy. So I've had a few odds stacked against me, and I've managed to do well, I think, for 2 reasons. One, I've been incredibly lucky, incredibly blessed, and I thank God for that. But the second thing is I'm a determined little so-and-so, and being a ferocious business sector, we've had all ups and downs and difficulties and crises and dramas and recessions to fight through, and we've survived, and I put it down to my determination, I guess. So maybe remember that one as well. Humility, determination. And the third one is I've been in business now nearly 50 years, and I've learned loads through all those dramas and crises I just told you about. The overriding thing I've learned, I think, is that it is all about the people. It really is. And when I say the people in business, when you're business bosses or managers, I'm talking about not just your staff, but your customers, your suppliers, your subcontractors, and the communities you operate within. So all about the people. Be more specific, Julian. Okay, what I mean by that is I have seen an enormous different output from people depending on how they're treated, really. So I guess my third tip, if I'm putting it into one word, would be kindness. Try, I know we all get stressed and ratty sometimes, but kindness is really important. And I think what goes around comes around, and certainly my business has benefited massively by us having such a wonderful, loyal workforce. And of course, we should be kind to our workforce if they're putting themselves out for you. So that's the third one, I guess, kindness. So thank you all for listening to me today. And thank you again to the University for this wonderful honour, which I'm not sure I deserve, but I'm taking it anyway. Thank you very much. And thank you, last but not least, my wonderful wife over there, and who's been the most fantastic support for so many years. And without her, I definitely would not be standing here today. I don't know how long I went on for. I'm sorry if I overspent, but thank you very much and good luck. Thank you.
Professor Bob Doherty will continue to present graduands for the School for Business and Society.
For the degree of Master of Science in International Business and Strategic Management, Peter Selkield. Ravi Sharma. Trisha Singh. Say Krishna Vamula. For the degree of Master of Science in International Strategic Management, Carmel Eric Unli. John Burbidge. Chen Yan Son. For the degree of Master of Science in Management, Manyili Banda. Georgia Briggs. Krishnanda Januar Chandra Buwana. Devashish Dimri. Singh Ding. Nathan Haig. Emily Holt. Shi Chi Huang. Runyi Ma. Hamad Hassan Pervez. Yiting Chen. Say Sunayana Shizadri Vasu. Surya Kumar Thirumal. Yi Tien. Zhao Yue Wang. Yulu Wang. Miao Jun Wu. Yu Che Yang. Zhuteng Zhu. Ge Yu. Shi Zhang. Hao Chan. Shi Zhao. Tian Yan Zhou. Jingyi Zhou. For the degree of Master of Science in Management with Business Finance, Jian Chen Chan. Wei Han Gao. Yaqiong Gao. Chun Yu Dixon Hung. Chang Li. Harry Pa Hewitt. Joshua Pascal. Lunwei Wang. Chung Ji Xu. Mei Ling Xu. Qi Yao Yang. Si Chu Zhao. For the degree of postgraduate certificate in international business and strategic management, Sumede Shintamani Mohiti. Niam Stanton. For the degree of postgraduate certificate in accounting and financial management, Sim Eng Bai. For the degree of postgraduate certificate in international business, leadership and management, Rohil Mahmood. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management, Dominika Kerlak. Nikki Simiondu. Alice Voz. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Business, Finance and Management, Safran Cockcroft. Ife Gao. Alexander Green. Dylan De Jager. Thomas Mark Legrove. Cameron Morimutu. Oyon Mitra. Katie Jane Scora. Abriel Tangiahu Hui. Mungi Wu. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science, Patrick Clay. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business and Management, Shaimi Dawit. Freddie Pova. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Marketing, Samantha Valentine. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nicole Bean. Macy Owusu.
It is my enormous pleasure to introduce Trisha Singh, our student orator from the School for Business and Society, who will speak on behalf of the class of 2023. Our student orators have been invited to speak in recognition of their hard work on behalf of the student community and commitment to their studies. Our speakers have both pursued the most enriching experience they could during their time at York, as well as giving back to their community. On behalf of the class of 2023, I give you Trisha Singh.
Good afternoon once again. With immense delight, I would like to invite and welcome once again to all my honorable guests, professors, friends, and family. I would like to take a moment to appreciate the efforts we as students have put in the 1 year previously. And today is the day to celebrate all the accomplishments we have achieved in the past 1 year. A couple of days ago, while talking to one of my friends who is also graduating with us today, we just recollected some memories of last year's January and remembered how nervous, how stressed we were with our first term assignments. We were so confused, we were in a big delusion, and we were wondering whether we'll ever be able to complete this course successfully or not. There were many late nights, early mornings, and probably a few all-nighters too. But we did it. There were so many obstacles that came, but we knew one thing, that all we need to do is to look at the goal. We sacrificed our Netflix binges and social lives also for textbooks and study sessions, but it was all worth it. It was a time full of ambiguity, confusion, and perplexity. Yet, we all were prepared enthusiastically for the next milestone. The last 1 year was definitely a roller coaster for our batch, with some extremely low days of feeling lonely, lost, and some with pillows wet with our tears, and some with so much laughter, contentment, and happiness, making some of the most beautiful memories of our lives. I would like to take a moment to recognize the international students in the audience. Our journey to this point has been especially challenging. In fact, extremely challenging. Not only did we overcome the academic demands of a master's program, but also navigate the complexities of studying in a foreign country. We have persevered through language barriers, homesickness, and possibly even a culture shock. But we have risen to the challenge and have come out on the other side with an advanced degree. So let's pat our own backs. Thank you. Being an international student here at the University of York, I was baffled to see the beautiful campus filled with lakes and ducks. The amazing library collection made me visit the library even after submitting my final project and not forgetting the Link Cafe in the Church Lane building. That was definitely my comfort corner. The numerous societies which have always kept me so engaged with so many social gatherings and events were definitely worth joining, as it helped me and benefited me a lot in developing my own curriculums. Like some of us too, I too had multiple failed attempts at getting a picture with the long boy. In case you don't know who's Long Boy, you mustn't miss a chance to Google him. He's a celebrity. I completed my bachelor's in Bombay, which is also known as the City of Dreams. But I must admit, no other city could be as dreamy as York for me. I'm sorry, Bombay folks. I know this journey has not been easy. We have juggled coursework, assignments, and personal responsibilities of living by ourselves, and not forgetting some of us even a job. We must remember that our education does not end here, but practicality begins now. The skills and knowledge we have acquired here will now be applied as we move forward. As much as I'm excited and eager to look forward to upcoming challenges, I'm also a bit nostalgic about leaving this place. Today, as we leave, we take back the moments of solace, contentment, friendships, companionships, and most importantly, those moments which taught us something and helped us evolve into a better version of ourselves. With this comes an end to the master's journey for me and the entire class of 2023. I would like to quote Calvin and Hobbes when Hobbes says, "If good things lasted forever, would we appreciate how precious they are?" So even though our degrees are over, we'll always be a part of the York community. The memories and friendships we have made here will stay with us forever, and we'll always be a proud alumni of the University of York. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tricia, for those inspirational reflections. Thank you also, Julian, for yours. I've written down humility, determination, kindness. That's not a bad manifesto, so we will reflect on that at the university. Thank you. Graduates, guests and colleagues, this speech will conclude the graduation ceremony. Spoiler alert, it's going to require more applause and cheers and whoops and hollers from time to time. Be ready. I'd mark you roughly in equal place with the last graduation ceremony. I've heard some very strange noises as graduates have crossed the stage, and you know, I'd kind of like to hear some more as we go through. So be ready. But let me first stand back and reflect a little on this university, this place of learning through which our graduates have journeyed. I am sure a little bit on the biased side, but I do think this is a special university. Not yet 60 years old, already regarded as one of the UK's best, and with a powerful reputation worldwide. All the things we routinely use to measure how universities are doing, quality of teaching, excellence of research, prospects of graduates, impact on the economy, they all confirm that strength, that reputation, that quality. But where does the quality come from? Now let me tackle that question under 3 headings. First of which is curiosity. We are not satisfied just with what we already know. We want to explain things we don't yet have the knowledge fully to explain. And that curiosity is what drives the discovery of new knowledge. Just take a glance at some of the stories you can read on our website, which have been published over the last few weeks. We've reported new findings on matters as diverse as the spread of knowledge among hunter-gatherer communities 7,000 years ago, the experience of low-income families during COVID, maintaining independence in old age, 6G wireless networks, biodiversity and mountain ecosystems, social behaviour among chimpanzees, drug resistance of parasites in Brazil, chemical pollution in Yorkshire rivers, mathematical modelling of Alzheimer's, and much, much more. One of my colleagues calls this the power of asking why. We have a restless curiosity. We always want to know more. We always ask why. And my second heading is about values, or you might say the purposes to which all that curiosity, the power of why, is put. Now, this university was built back in the 1960s on really distinctive values which have stood the test of time and continue to guide us today. Let me recall some of the phrases in our founding documents. So, according to the minutes of the group that campaigned to establish the university, we were to conduct studies which contribute to the amelioration of human life and conditions. Now that's a powerful sense of purpose. This university was to be no ivory tower. Our task was and is to bring positive impact to our society. And we were to do all of that regardless of class, creed, or race. Regardless of class, creed, or race. I guess these days, some might decry that kind of language as typical of the woke virtue signalling of Generation Z. Well, I have to disappoint them. That was our first Vice-Chancellor, channeling the words of the US civil rights campaigner Martin Luther King back in the mid-1960s. His concern was that social background should neither limit access to higher education, nor, more fundamentally, our curiosity. Because bringing people together from diverse backgrounds means we won't all ask the same questions. We will challenge ourselves to ask new ones. We will have different versions of that question, why? And then there was the Archbishop of York back in 1963. He issued a challenge to our students, the first ever intake of students at the university. He challenged them to be citizens, not only of York, not only of England or Great Britain, not only of Europe, but the world. As citizens of the world, they would, I quote, avoid insularity of outlook. They would have, Julian, the humility to learn from others across national and cultural boundaries. So those are our values: social impact, equality, and humility. We summarise this today in a simple phrase: the University of York exists for public good. So to my third heading in reflecting on this university's quality after curiosity and values. The third heading is you, our students, our graduates. At York, we often speak about the need for bright minds like yours. It's for good reason. Each new generation of graduates stands on the shoulders of those who went before. In developing that open-minded outlook, that eagerness to ask why, that willingness to understand and learn from others, and that commitment to making a difference. And in all of that, while you will have learned much from us, we have also learnt massively from you. Because you don't just reflect, you help us to renew this university's curiosity and values. You too, in that way, are a foundation of this university's quality. Now, in light of that, I invite my colleagues and all the family, friends and supporters around this hall to give us that first, and I stress, really, really loud round of cheers, hoops and hollers to celebrate the brilliant achievements of you, the class of 2023. Yeah, we even have aftershocks. Yeah. Now, of course, our academics, represented by those you see up here on the platform and others in the hall, have something to do with your achievements. They channel their curiosity to discover the knowledge that helps us and you to understand better the challenges that face us all, and to do something about them, to have impact on the environment, health, inequality, heritage, ageing, creativity, new technologies, human rights, medical advances, and much, much more. And they use that curiosity and knowledge to devise and deliver courses in all sorts of innovative ways. And as they do that, I am always impressed by the passion with which they share their expertise and the fruits of their curiosity with our students, and the inspiration which they give through that. I'm always impressed also by the contribution of other staff at the university for what they do in ensuring things run smoothly. Whether it's organising the library, looking after university finances, making sure graduation ceremonies run smoothly, managing our careers service, cleaning student bedrooms, or keeping all those ducks under control, including the most famous living duck in the world, which Tricia mentioned, Longboy, is a very tall duck who's somehow got featured on very primetime TV in the USA. It's a long story, but yeah. That's another fantastic achievement of our wonderful staff. Graduates, in light of all that, I would like you to join me in applauding our outstanding staff and all that they've done to support you through your time here. Thank you. Now, just to say, I'm now tuning up to what I need to be the loudest round of cheers and applause, so hold yourselves ready. Because I'm now going to turn to say something about the family and friends supporting you all in this hall today, or from afar if they're watching this through the webcast. I suspect that they will have helped you from time to time during your period here at the university, with advice, with companionship, an occasional shoulder to cry on, laundry services for some, and I'm pretty sure some money might have been involved from time to time. So graduates, can you please stand and turn to where your family and friends are in this hall, or turn to the camera if they're watching from afar, and raise the roof. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish you all success and happiness for the future. As you crossed the platform earlier, you became members of the York Alumni Association, and through that association, you can stay in touch with one another, share experiences and insight with one another, and broadly speaking, keep supporting one another as you have done during your time here. And of course, you can keep in touch with what's happening back at the university. We'd like you to see this university as your university for life, to remain part of a global network of thinkers and doers, striving to make a difference, shaping our future, tackling the challenges we all face, with that distinctive York mix of the power of why, our foundational values, and your bright minds. So please do keep in touch. We really do look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. And with that, I declare this congregation closed. If you're comfortably able, please rise.